Welcome to BarryTsGarage. We're going to look at the stainless hardware that's going together for the Roadster, 35 Roadster.
We're making a folding top mechanism from scratch for 35, it would be the same as 36 Ford Roadster.
Okay.
They don't exist anymore. The companies that used to make folding tops have gone away. Additionally, since we have a lowered top, a stock top mechanism wouldn't work anyway.
Right.
In addition to that, we have to craft our own windshield in order to mate up to the lowered or chopped top.
Right.
It's a very subtle chop, but it's there. It gives the Roadster that wonderful, long, lean look you see in the photographs. The stock top was okay, but it's a little too tall. Remember, Henry had an obsession with tall tops, and nowadays we don't have that same obsession. We want to bring it down a little bit. But if you can over chop a car, you can do it correctly, and your eye is the only one who can really tell you when you've done it correctly.
Okay.
There are lots of bad ones out there, a few good ones, but essentially it needs to be in proportion with the length of the car and the style of the car.
Right,
and that's how we
It's kind of a proportion eye thing.
Exactly. It's got to look like the factory did it.
So how do you create these pieces out of nowhere?
Firstly, we have a series of patterns that we put in a computer program that's fed into a water jet machine, which cuts the individual pieces. They all come out flat.
Okay.
And then we have a series of dies that we have to bend them to.
Okay.
This obviously did not come that way.
Right.
So what Tony does is he has to bend it so it's exactly in the attitude of the form that he's made. We took when we had a correct set of bows, we made fiberglass templates off of them because the fiberglass is uniquely able to kind of make a curve and go around a corner and down the street, whereas a steel pattern would be much more difficult.
Right.
We can actually just form it right on one surface of the metal and then pop it off. Now forever we have an exact idea of what the curvature is. You notice it's cut in this direction, but it's also bent in this direction, and you can notice it's not 90 degrees.
Right.
So there's no way to do that unless you have a former installed that tells you exactly when this thing is correct.
Right.
So he bends it to those fiberglass forms until it's correct, and then he has to go through a series of sanding. This is 220, then we'll go up to 400, then 600, and then we'll polish it.
Okay.
So that's how you get that. It's very labor intensive, but it's the only way you're going to get there because this particular top is unique to our body and our windshield, and so we have to craft this stuff ourselves.
How many pieces are there?
Oh, there's a bunch, probably as many as 35 pieces that have to be individually made. If you notice some of the other pieces, I'll show you. This is anybody who does fabricating and welding and looks at this and they'll probably say something like, "You got to be kidding. Why would you go to all that trouble?" The answer is that these used to be castings. Again, we got the same problem. The castings don't exist any longer. It was roadster only, so it was rare by definition.
Right.
And now we come along, we changed some of the engineering and the geometry of the top, so we have to create our own. So this particular item has to be made from scratch. You notice this is a big piece of stainless steel. It's drilled, then it has to be TIG-welded. You notice the welds on here. Clearly you can see the guy who did this knew exactly what he was doing. Same thing here. And then we either plate or polish the stainless. It's much easier to work with stainless at the outset. Metal does not protect itself like stainless steel. So when you're thinking about the cost of something, forget about the cost of the material itself. Think about how much labor time it's going to take to get where you want to go, instead of worrying about stainless being a little bit more than mild steel. This stainless is much more effective if you're trying to make a polished piece, because you can polish the virgin metal, and you're done. Whereas if this was mild steel, I would have to send it through a plating process, time-consuming, expensive, and fragile. Not anywhere close to as rugged as a piece of polished stainless steel.
Gotcha.
So that's why we do that.
Very cool.